Time for your fashion forward on this Friday. So most fashion is inspired by the times, and now that is very true for the pandemic as well, with the emergence of dystopia-core fashion, or kind of the pandemic era punk look, if you will, that fits the times with a little bit of gloom and doom, to be quite honest. Heather Newberger joining me right now, our local stylist here at Current. This shift, it's a little weird. What are your first thoughts?
My first thoughts are that we really spend a lot of time emotionally dressing. It's very interesting to watch sort of over time how people are feeling, what sort of clothing they gravitate towards, just due to the circumstances surrounding them. So up at the beginning of the pandemic, we're all feeling the need to be cozy, to be comforted, to feel like we have just a soft, cozy blanket around us. But now people are kind of feeling a little bit more exposed. They're getting out into the world. They're also actively getting exposed to more of the virus. And we're seeing people really sort of gravitate towards what they're calling dystopia-core these days, which is really taking on some of these sort of harder edged aesthetics. Again, very reminiscent of sort of the punks in the 70s, because people are really gravitating towards looks inspired by The Matrix or different looks that we're seeing from Dune. They're really looking at kind of body armor and the way that we can protect ourselves just in our daily lives.
You know, it is certainly interesting to see all of this, because when you look around, you start seeing more and more once you're aware of it. What kind of colors, what kind of textures are they using for this look?
So we're seeing a lot of leather, or if not leather, vegan leather. I think vegan leather is really big now these days. And we're also seeing lots of dark blacks, navy hues. I mean, that jacket on Neo is like the crowning glory of all of these pieces. You know, what we're talking about is looks for leather jackets online, SEO-wise, have gone up over 100% this last year. And just in the past couple quarters, cargo pants have gone up by almost 50%. So it's really interesting to see sort of this utilitarian way of looking at things. Again, though, very inspired by recent blockbusters and how we're kind of relating to them through our daily lives.
Yeah, and so this look, you know, it's been kind of common when it comes to streetwear, but are we seeing these looks, these long leather jackets and all of that kind of hardcore armor? Are we seeing that on the runway in high-end fashion houses?
We are. I mean, the image that we showed right there is from Kate's runway show just recently in Milan. And let's talk about Prada this last season. If you have not checked this out, Jeff Goldblum walked the Prada runway, and it was one of the coolest things you've ever seen. He's in this great jacket, this beautiful suit. Oh, there he is right there. And he looks awesome. And I think one of the things we're talking about, you know, when we're looking at suiting, is it's also that sort of structural space. You know, we're playing with textures, but really structure, again, kind of goes back to the idea of body armor and feeling more kind of buttoned up as opposed to cozy and exposed.
All right, next time you get in your all black or your leather, you're dystopia-core. You are a trend setter. That's how I'm going to think about it, Heather.
Yes, yes.
All right, of course, thanks for joining us every week here on Current. You guys, you can tune in every Friday for a look at what's happening in the fashion world. Also, just follow Heather on Instagram. That's really the easiest thing. You can find her at Heather Newberger. Also, go get her book, How to Date Your Wardrobe.